This game reminds us the loss in 2006. And do you think there will be another redemption team for the next Olympics? Thank you.
Well, there'll be another team for sure.
Okay, right here, please. And please tell us who you are and who you work for.
Joe Varden, The Athletic.
By that I mean we qualified for the Olympics, so there will be a team.
Sorry.
Joe Varden, The Athletic. Donovan, you scored 29 tonight, a breakout game for you personally, but can you just take us through how you're feeling right now, some of the emotions?
Honestly, it's not about my game at all. I'm looking at, there are times I'm thinking the guys are open, I missed. There are possessions on defense. For me, throwing the ball in the backcourt, even though we're down, 6, I could care less about the 29. To me, the only thing that sticks out is what I did wrong, and I think that's what's all going to stick on everybody's mind. Anybody could have, a big game, but we didn't lock in on certain possessions. Obviously we had some mistakes where we missed a few layups or whatever, but, whether it's 29-9-0, we lost. So that's where my head is at.
Right here in the front, Alex.
Hi, Coach. Alex Kostanovic from Serbian outlet Sportska Centrala. So you'll be playing Serbia in a rather unusual setting, so to speak.
Pretty quickly.
Yeah, exactly, in the next game. And also, so just your thoughts on that game, what that would mean for you?
Well, it's another game. I mean, both teams will try to compete and win. So there's not much else to say about that. It's the next game.
Amaury Perdriau for l'équipe. Coach, what impressed you the most about the French team tonight?
I'm glad you asked me. I think that, Coach Collette and his group have done an outstanding job. It's the best French team I've seen because they play at both ends of the court. It's not just an offensive team that executes well. It's not just a couple of guys on their own. They play at the defensive end and are physical, individually play well defensively as a group. Switching, weak side, rebounding. They fit together really well. All the parts fit. They're deep. I think they've done an outstanding job. They were wonderful tonight.
Okay, right here, please.
Tim Reynolds with the AP. Pop, you guys have been together for 2 months or so, and with 1 goal or 2 goals, get in and then win this thing. How hard is it to process so quickly that there's not going to be a medal for this group after how much you guys have been able to do the last 6, 7, 8 weeks together?
Well, any loss hurts, and in this situation it hurts more. But life goes on. This is very important, and we would have loved to have won, just like any other team would love to win their games in this tournament. But we're all grown. We all have families and lives, and life will go on.
Okay. No more questions? Okay, right here again. Actually, let's go right here from Greece.
John Natu from ERT, Greek National TV. Donovan, would you like to see also some other NBA players by your side? I mean, some of them who didn't come here?
If they didn't want to come here, that's on them. We have 12 guys in this room, or 11 other guys in this room that want to compete. And on top of that, guys who also didn't make it, they wanted to compete too. So I'm going to ride for these guys. They don't want to play, they don't want to play. I know how I feel, I know how those guys feel, and that's where my head is at. Everybody, you guys are going to go on and say who we didn't have, but why don't y'all focus on who we do have? Like our seasons have ended, and we came right ready to work for Coach Pop, for all these coaches. You know what I'm saying? So for us, it's not about who's not here. I've been saying that for a while. You guys are going to do your thing, but we have 12 guys that want to compete for America, just like every other country. It sucks that, some of our country people don't feel that way about us, but we don't care. We wanted to compete, and we did.
If I can add, I think it's also a disrespectful notion to even bring something like that up, that, hey, well, you guys didn't have this guy and that guy. That's disrespectful to France or whoever else is in the tournament. France beat us. Doesn't matter who was on the team. I couldn't be more proud of these 12 guys who sacrificed their summer to come here, having never played together before. And they put themselves in the arena and competed, and they deserve credit for that, just like France deserves credit for winning. It's not about, well, the United States didn't have their other guys. There's no such thing as other guys. These are the guys that were here, and they did a great job, and I'm very proud of them.
Joe again, Varden from The Athletic.
Pop, I was
Yes.
just want to talk a little bit about Gobert and Fournier, the pressure that they put on any defense, and then especially tonight.
Well, you know, a lot of guys played well. You know, the people you mentioned were outstanding, but they have a basketball team. I mean, all the pieces fit, as I said. They're all playing defense. They're sharing the basketball. They made good decisions. There weren't too many mental mistakes. You know, I think the switching bothered them for a while, and we got back in the game and went ahead. But in the end, I think, you know, their experience and their execution showed. And that's a credit to all of them, not just, you know, two guys.
Okay, Tim.
Bob, how frustrating was it?
Very
I know.
frustrating.
I know you hate those. The fourth
How
quarter.
frustrating.
Did they?
Scale of 1 to 10?
No, I'm not going there. Did they take Donovan away in the fourth, or did you guys maybe go away from him
No.
a little bit?
No, they didn't.
No.
No, they didn't.
Just right. Don't coach. Just right.
Okay, I'm just gonna, one more question. Sorry, this will be it. Right here, at the second row, Nikola. Right here, yep. Raise it high.
Okay. Hi, Nikola Stojkovic from Serbian media Mozart Sport. I have a question for Donovan. So you know players like Jokic, Bjelica, Bogdanovic. So what do you expect about the game tomorrow, and what do you think about Serbian players?
First off, you know, we've been ready to compete. They've had a great tournament. Obviously, they lost, but they've blown teams out. So we got to be ready to be locked in. You know, obviously, it's tough after a loss like this, but you know, this is similar to the playoffs. We got to be ready to play. That's all it is. We got to be ready to play. We can't just sit here and say, oh well, that's it, and hang it up. You know, they have guys who can compete. I think Bogdan's playing out of his mind. Jokic, Mičić, I think his name is. Like, those guys are all talented. You know, I think Bjelica, we got to be ready to lock in.
Okay, thank you very much, Donovan. Thank you, Coach
Thank you.
Popovich. sit here, please? Thanks much. Thanks. Okay, folks, we're going to continue the press conference. Let's please keep the aisle clear and don't stand up to take videos. This is in English. If you have a question, raise your hand, and we'll get a microphone to you. But first, we'll have opening statements from Rudy Gobert and Vincent Collet. Rudy, if you could start us off, please. Give us a comment.
Any question?
Can you comment on the game?
Huge win. Huge win. You know, it was a very talented team. We knew it was going to be a tough game, and it was. You know, they didn't give us anything easy, and we stick to the game plan. You know, so now we got to get ready for Argentina, and we know it's going to be a huge challenge too for us.
Okay, thanks, Rudy. Coach Collet.
First of all, we are very happy because despite all the things people were talking about Team USA, it was Team USA with its qualities. I think we just took advantage perhaps of experience. They had a lack of experience, and at the end of the game it has been counting. And as already said, we were very, very serious. We had discipline to stick to our instruction, except few minutes, end of third quarter, beginning of the fourth, when we gave them few offensive rebounds that could hurt us very bad. But we stayed together, we kept the control, and we went back on the track to finish the job. And now we are again focused for the next game, which will be the most difficult for sure.
Okay, thanks very much. If you have a question, raise your hand, and again, please tell us who you are, right here in the front.
Joe Varden from The Athletic. Rudy, Nicholas and some other guys mentioned that you saw either yesterday or this morning Miles' comment about Defensive Player of the Year stuff. What did you make of that, and was that something you were thinking about with the way you played today?
I saw it, but you know, I see a lot of things every day. You know, at the end of the day, I do what I have to do on the court, and I just try to have my team win every time I step on the court.
Yeah. Usually the last world competition, they had the great stars who have been playing several competitions there. I think these players, except Plumlee, I'm not sure one other had already played that kind of competition.
Okay, to ERT, I think it was. Is that right? Did you have a question? Do we have any French journalist that has a question? Okay, we'll go to the Greek journalist.
John Natu from Greek television, ERTA. Rudy, about your presence.
I'm here.
Okay, but did your job was easier since at some point of the game USA played without a real center? I mean, all the centers were out, and they were playing with
Pretty smart.
Harrison and stuff.
I mean, I knew they were going to try to do that. You know, try to take me out the paint, maybe, or try to take me out what I do. But you know, we did a great job as a team, communicating. They hurt us a little bit in the third, but then we were able to, you know, pose ourselves a little bit and punish them inside and get the stops, you know, when we needed them, and trying to make them hit the shots that they're not as comfortable with. You know, don't give them any layups and don't give the shooters the open threes. And once we got the rebounds, you know, we were able to, you know, run on them. So it was, I think, a team effort, and you know, that's why it's such a huge win for us.
Okay, right here it's Euro Hoops, is that right?
Yes, Aris Vargas from Euro Hoops.
Thank you very much.
A question for Rudy and a question for the coach. First, congratulations, Rudy. Do you got also bragging rights over Donovan Mitchell for this game?
The what?
You got
The
bragging rights over Donovan Mitchell.
Bragging rights?
Bragging.
What does that mean?
won. You're bragging.
I mean, I don't think that's the way I am. You know, I like to talk a little trash, but you know, those kind of competition. I mean, I just lost to Australia a few days ago, and it really hurt. You know, I love Joe, but I wanted to slap him. So, you know, it hurts, and you know, I think those experiences, you know, it just make us better. I think this experience is going to make Donovan better, and you know, we have the goal. I have the goal with the national team, but we have a goal in Utah also, and you know, I'm excited for both.
And for Coach Collet, we have seen your team very composed, and they didn't want to celebrate after this win. Do you think that you can keep them grounded, because this is not the end of the tournament despite having a historic result?
You're totally right. We were happy, but in the locker room we have been talking about that already. We think about the next game. 5 years ago, we made something similar against Spain in quarterfinal, and I think we have been too much happy to really play the semi-final. We took 15 minutes to start it, and we don't want to make the same mistake. So as I said, we really focus for the next game, because we know how good Argentina is. What I say about Team USA, Argentina has much experience. They are fighting so much. They are proud. We know them. They are used to this round. Not the first time for them. They remember 2-2. I think they beat Team USA before losing the last possession against Serbia. And 2-4, they won the Olympics in Athens, same way. And I think Scola was there already. So we know they will be very dangerous. And I wish we will be ready for Friday.
Okay, right here, Usher from FIBA.
Asha Kamgesha from FIBA. My question goes to Rudy. How easy has it been for you to adjust to the FIBA rules here at the World Cup? It's kind of different with the, you know, elsewhere. And also because the Team USA players looked like they were struggling because there was an inbound. You saw that, yeah.
I mean, I've been playing FIBA rules more than I've been playing NBA rules. So, you know, I got drafted, I was 21. So it always takes like a few days to get used to it, be able to clean up the rim and stay in the paint also, which is not too bad for me. And no, I think, you know, like Coach said, it's about experience. You know, these guys, they've been playing American rules for most of their lives, you know, and you got to get used to it. It doesn't come, you know, in a month. I think it comes with experience, and, you know, I know that they are going to learn from that.
Okay, in the blue shirt.
I got a question for the coach. And in the fourth quarter, in the beginning of the fourth quarter, you are down to 7 points, and you called the timeout. And what happened during the timeout, and what did you say to the players?
First of all, no panic. As he said, the players were telling the same, but the main thing was to restart with the control of the boards. They could come back because we let them rebound 3-4 times, and they scored after that, second chance. And we concentrate to stop it. And after that, I don't think they got one more offensive board until the end. I think what we did great was the call on Nando De Colo when we were down -3, 74-71. That could be basket N1. But unfortunately, the referee decided others, and we kept the concentration because other side, they scored. So it was 76-75, and we could go down. But again, we stay focused. I think this team has a real strength. We know what we want. We know our desire, and we are ready to do a lot to reach it.
Okay, this will be the last question in English right here.
Hi, I'm Enzo from FIBA. This victory for the French national team will go down as one of the most memorable, obviously. But Rudy, can you talk about how special this group, this team is for you to be able to achieve this and, you know, moving forward?
I mean, it's unbelievable to me. You know, sometimes you're part of teams that are very talented. Sometimes you're part of a team that not as talented, but a great group of guys. And I think we have both. You know, I think we have guys that want to win. You know, we're not here. None of us is here for money. None of us is here, you know, for his own accomplishment. You know, we're here for one thing, and it's to win. And I think, you know, when you're leaders, you know, wherever we play, whatever we do during the season, whatever, which accomplishment we make, you know, when they are willing to sacrifice for the team, then the 12 guys do it. And, you know, we knew that nothing was going to be easy, and we know that we don't just want to be in semifinal, we want to win the gold, and nothing's going to be easy. It's probably going to get even harder, but we have the mental strength to, you know, to accomplish that, and also we always going to be there for one another, and you know that's where is the fun. You know, the fun is in that, and of course making history is pretty fun too.
Okay, sorry, one more in English. Got the desk there. Go ahead.
I kind of want to go more on that, Rudy. When the Australians beat the Americans a couple weeks ago, there was a massive celebration. Like, this is the biggest win in their in-country history. You guys actually beat them in the World Cup. That you snapped a 48-game win streak. They're two-time defending champions. I mean, what does this mean to you as a member of the France national team to beat the United States?
I mean, I've been dreaming about this for a while, you know, and when I was a kid, you know, people used to, I mean, when I was a kid, like when I was 20, 21, I used to watch those games, and I was just thinking that there's going to be a time when, there's going to be a short window of time when we're going to be able to do it. And tonight, before the game, I was just thinking that, you know, I was thinking that we might never get that opportunity again. And I told that to the guys, you know, and especially Evan, you know, the guys in the same generation, you know, we knew how big it would be for legacy, you know, and once again, it doesn't mean much if we don't win the gold, but it's still, you know, something that will go down as one of the biggest win of my careers and biggest win of French basketball for sure.
Okay, the French have been very quiet, so let's hear them in French. If you have a question, raise your hand. Are there any questions in French? Okay, right here. Okay, actually, we won't do it. All right, you'll stay. Okay, they're taking over. All right, that's fine. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah. Merci.
Thank you. Merci. Merci.
Pour le micro.